All right, so today we're gonna make some red stripe honey glazed salmon. So first things first, we're gonna need some ketchup. We're gonna use this as a base for the sauce. We also have a red stripe. That's where the red stripe name come from. So we're definitely gonna use some red stripe in there. And then we also have some pure honey. That's gonna be a part of the sauce as well. Other ingredients, we have some natural cane sugar. And we have our seasoning rub. This is a mix of different spices that I have in the house. Not gonna give up that secret, but a blend of spices that I use, I'll give that up in another video. We have some butter, small amount of vegetable oil. We don't want to use too much. We're gonna use these to sear the salmon. And of course, you're gonna need the salmon because the salmon is the whole meal. Then we always gonna use our bell peppers. We got red, green, and yellow, kind of the red, green, and gold Jamaican vibe. We got our onion, thyme, and we also have a little bit of Scotch bonnet pepper. We're not gonna use too much because we don't want to make everything too spicy. So first things first, always wash your meat. So we already washed and cleaned up everything. So we're gonna add the rub to the salmon. Just be moderate with it. Definitely want some flavor in it. Flip it over, put the other sides. So we got real good coverage with the seasoning. From here, we're gonna bring it over to the stove and get our searing on. All right, so you get your stove going on medium heat. You go ahead and add in your vegetable oil. Let that warm up real nice. Once you get your oil up to temperature, we're gonna go ahead and add the salmon. About 2 minutes on one side, we're gonna go ahead and flip it over. Be careful not to break it up. And you're gonna give it about 2 minutes on that side as well. Try to get some searing on the corners as well. Just it up like that. We're going to take the salmon out and put it to the side. That's it while we go ahead and work on our sauce. Alright, so time for the sauce. We're going to start off with the red stripe. Just going to pour some in, keep the heat on low. Add a little bit of butter. Melting down. Add the sugar. You want to keep the heat real low so the sugar don't hard up or burn. We just want it to melt and get the consistency of the sauce. add a little bit of the seasoning that we have. That's our dry rub seasoning. We'll get that going. Melt out. We're going to add some of the honey. Don't want too much because we already have some sugar in there. We don't want to make it too sweet. Get that mixed around as well. Alright, from there, we're going to add our thyme. Ketchup. Then with these ketchups, you really gotta shake the bottle to get it out. Now we can get the heat a little bit higher. It's starting to get that beautiful color. So we'll go ahead and add our onions in there. Add in the red peppers. Add in the green peppers. Yellow peppers. Don't forget your Scotch bonnet. Now we're gonna let this simmer for a little bit. Pretty much just gonna create a bed for the salmon to rest on. Stripe. Just let that bubble. Alright, so after about a minute, we're going to rest our salmon right back in the pot, right on top. Take the sauce and then spread it right on top of the salmon. Real slow. We're just gonna cover it and let it simmer. I'm gonna let that simmer for about 3 or 4 minutes on low heat. Alright, so after about 3 or 4 minutes, it's all ready to go. And that's how you have it, you know? Red stripe, honey glazed salmon. Serve that with some white rice, mashed potatoes, however you choose. My preference is with some white rice, but I'm trying to avoid all the carbs right now, so I'm going to do it with some cauliflower rice, and I'll show you my recipe for that on the next video.